Hello everyone, welcome to the SQRT channel. In this video, we are going to talk about a problem that we got from American mathematics competitions from 2021. In this problem, we have a multiplication of two terms. For the first term, we have a sigma for k is equal to 1 to 20. And inside the sigma, we have log of 3 to the power of k squared in base 5 to the power of k. On the other hand, for the second term, we have another sigma from k is equal to 1 to 100 this time. Inside the sigma, we have log of 25 to the power of k in base 9 to the power of k. We are going to evaluate this expression, but before moving forward to talk about the solution, make sure that you pause the video to think about this problem. To solve this problem, let's first start with the box that you are seeing here. In this box, we have log of q to the power of n in base p to the power of n, and we want to simplify it. Note that in this log, both q to the power of n and p to the power of n have the same exponent. Here it's n. We are looking to find what property we have here in this type of operation. To simplify it, we are going to do one trick here. First, we are going to write log of q to the power of n in base p to the power of n as log of q to the power of n in base p over log of p to the power of n in base p. Obviously, for the denominator, we are going to end up with n times log of q in base p. For the denominator, on the other hand, we will have log of p to the power of p times n, and log of p to the power of p is 1 here. So at the end, we can simplify n from both numerator and denominator, and we will end up with log of q in base p. So to simplify, we can say log of q to the power of n in base p to the power of n is equal to log of q in base p. Now with that, we are going to simplify the original question that we had. One of the terms that we had in the original problem is log of 3 to the power of k squared in base 5 to the power of k. Let's focus on 3 to the power of k squared for now. 3 to the power of k squared is equal to 3 to the power of k to the power of k again. You can verify that by using the normal operation that we have for power. Here, when we have 3 to the power of k to the power of k, we can write it as 3 to the power of k times k or k2. Now we have log of 3 to the power of k to the power of k in base 5 to the power of k. Remember, here we have k in both base and the number that we are going to get log of it. Now we can simplify it and write it as k times log of 3 to the power of k in base 5 to the power of k. And from here, we are going to use the box that we have here. We have k for both power of the base and the number that we are getting log of it. So we can remove that, and at the end, we have k times log of 3 in base 5. Now let's move on and take a look at the second term that we had in the problem. We had log of 25 to the power of k in base 9 to the power of k. Here we are going to use the same trick that you saw. We are going to remove k from both base and the number that we are going to get log of it. Then we will end up with log of 5 to the power of 3. And the reason is, after removing k, we will have log of 25 in base 9, and then we will write 25 as 5 to the power of 2 and write 9 as 3 to the power of 2, and then remove 2 from both numbers, and then we will end up with log of 5 in base 3. Now with everything that we saw, the original problem can be simplified as the multiplication of two terms. For the first term, we still have the sigma operator for k is equal to 1 to 20. But instead, we simplified the term and can write it as k log 3 in base 5. For the second term, in the expression that we have, we are going to have sigma log of 5 in base 3 for k is equal to 1 to 100. There are a few things that you can notice here. First of all, for the second term, the term that we have inside the sigma doesn't depend on k. It basically is a constant term here. We have log of 5 in base 3, and we can take it out from the sigma itself. Now let's go back for the first term in the expression that you have here. This expression has k times log of 3 in base 5. K depends on k for the sigma, but log of 3 in base 5 doesn't, and we can take it out as well. Now we have a new expression to evaluate. We have a multiplication of two terms. For the first term, we have sigma over k for k is equal to 1 to 20, and for the second term, we have sigma of a constant number 1 for k is equal to 1 to 100. We can just simply write it as log of 3 in base 5 times 20 times 21 over 2 times log of 5 in base 3 times 100. To verify it, we kept log of 3 in base 5 as is. We evaluate the sigma k is equal to 1 to 20 over k and wrote it as 20 times 21 over 2. We kept log of 5 in base 3 as is, and we simplified the sigma that we have here for 1 to 100 over 1 and wrote it as 100. Now here we can remove the log operators totally, and then the final answer is going to be 210 times 100, which is 21,000, and that's our final answer. Thanks for watching the video. If you would like to see more puzzles and math involved activities, please subscribe to the channel. This is the SQRT channel.